Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, your #1 political hub in Ghana and beyond. Today we bring you another shockwave in the multimedia as Kelvin Taylor exposed the dirty secret of Joy News, reacting to Sam George saga. Stay tuned as we unpack the untold story here on PENDREAM TV. Thank you.
That is the problem. That is the problem. Into Uko platform me and a media house be say Joy News. Airwaves na I say airtime no. Omo wasting in the DSTV asem na anyanya bia Ghana for be 90% amohwe me amokoto aba DSTV. Sa acronym DSTV no motiase. Dabi. Efie sign na wa asantime mu a DSTV wom. Oko bantama efie sign na DSTV wom. Oko asenkrigwa efie sign na DSTV wom. Na DSTV na de na yema Ghana ni. De mfaso e na DSTV de ma Ghana ni okoto aba 2024. Omo ko sa line eye wo. Ene omo makanyina mo ko sa line wo Ghana koto aba. De mfaso edi engina so ntina woto aba na DSTV ka ho ana. These are questions we need to be asking. Is the media failing? And as a deliberate to distract the system out of pain. And as a yaw etia ni pebi into the pese try what is not relevant, we want to make it relevant. Because send ocho mic. Nasa uku ramalata marketer. 99% of my before they don't fucking care about DSTV. Ekuafo omo afenyo mark in constituency and omo so munsu say ewo winiba. Omo mugu omo to abama afenyo mark in 99.99%. Obienwa or care about DSTV. The minority in parliament. 87 MPs na yade omane show munsa for 8 years in kwasiafo ye ne almost say they are talking DSTV and at the end no oko omo constituency the people there 99% of them they don't know what DSTV is. So how did we black out the problems the government is solving and to spend the whole week on DSTV? DSTV is like Lao Silence TV. It is a media entity. It will be there. DSTV, majority of its workers are not even Ghanaians. DSTV, top management. Unya Ghana 4-5 are or more top management. Every single cent DSTV makes in Ghana today is going to France. DSTV, a company, will be private company. It is a Jata Cement. It is a Kwame Despite company. It is a Obi. Mena wakasiya why you woto. Yedi Ghana airspace in Yama DSTV Oko Joy News because there's nothing to talk about. They don't have anything on the government, you know. The owner of DSTV, Menoka say he's on some island with his family. And so NPP did not parliament now all your argument for DSTV, you know. The constituents nom. The CEO of DSTV, as I speak to you now, might be on holidays. But Afenyo Markin, who is the minority leader and supposed to be leading 87 pigs to fight for Omunsio, to fight for School Papa, to fight for Ekwainpa, to fight for Impuntio from constituency, they have left it. And their main focus is DSTV. So you see, the media, some of the media is a problem. And you see, that is what I'm saying, we should not, as a nation, allow some people to take us for granted. Most of these people doing these things because they know the government is delivering. So, Obi sorry, then okase bekoto DSTV decoder a your personal decision. It wasn't the decision of the government. And so Obi sorry no pass bekoto be an star and a club anum. It is their personal decision. Star na eko mu widie mu no. Ana we na wakoto na eko no widie mu no. At the end of the day, your one consequence. The better no and consequences never to your one also deal with it. So our salary 1,000 Ghana. That's I will say. Our salary no be 800 Ghana. Edia koto DSTV. Asher the man to be at the end of the day, no consequences. No personally you deal and you want a new deal and you meme problem. So why should we today sit on TV? The reason why today we are all screaming, majority of the media, specifically Joy News, on my imagine say, let us divert attention. Let us try and look like say, say DSTV should buy, obi between here NDC. Me Jimmy. NDC manifesto nim. The only thing NDC promised Ghanaians when it comes to telecommunication, in fact, I'm talking about the only thing that stands out, a data reduction. And I'm going say NDC about power, amati data. So with that, when you go into the manifesto, they have delivered. But there was nowhere in the NDC manifesto where Omoka say, when we come to power, we are going to reduce the price of DSTV. And that if we don't do it, the whole Ghana, we should all fight the NDC. Are we stupid? Are we stupid? Are we just stupid? My advice to the communications minister is simple. You see, when you go on Twitter, when you go all these places and they are speaking DSTV, even Joy News, right? Those journalists sitting on Joy News or reporters, whatever they call themselves, 99% of journalists at Joy News, they don't have DSTV at home. I'm telling you. Their salary cannot support DSTV. 99% of the journalists or reporters at Joy News, multimedia, they don't have DSTV at home. They watch TV. Omwangasa a multi-TV. And no more share. So you ask yourself, why should media houses dedicate all their time? What the communication minister said was simple. We are in government. Obia semu hiaye. Juma ye kasi ye bedino ye di. Now there's DSTV. The government feels, the minister feels to say, DSTV, their operations, a lot of Ghanaians subscribe to DSTV. So DSTV, why don't you look into this matter and drop the price a little bit for those who have decided voluntarily to purchase DSTV decoder? The Minister of Communication or whatever, he is not under any law. Nobody in Ghana. He is not under any law to do anything about DSTV. It is a gesture. And yet, Adebia, the minister felt, say, okay, if I have the chance to do it, if my office I occupy, I can do something about it. Try and negotiate for my people. Why not? But Obien will be to my the minister changing and say DSTV no. So because Sabio, kwasi ampenyi bi oto DSTV o Ghana no, eye ne pe e no koto DSTV. E te se wakoto wi na wonom. E te se wakoto club beer na wonom. So usika nso a eye den na wakoto ye. Usika besunti na wakoto ye. So I will advise the communication minister say, if Ghanaians are almost DSTV feel so entitled and they are not happy about the deal he has been able to secure, the minister should nicely call DSTV and tell them that DSTV, in fact, as a minister, my job is not even to negotiate on behalf of DSTV subscribers. I was trying to do what? I was trying to be nice. I was trying to, at the end of the day, the people who have subscribed to your channels, I was trying to say if I can help them for you to drop the prices. But I feel majority of the DSTV subscribers, they feel comfortable or they are okay with what they are paying. If I'm the minister, you just tell DSTV you are sorry and that they should stick to their basics. Whatever they were charging, they should stay with it. Nobody can do the minister anything. Nobody in Ghana can say, hey, minister, why did you go and tell DSTV that they should keep charging 870? Because at the end of the day, Obia or DSTV the NDB or the hotel ni fie bia no e no one decided say obekwa koji DSTV because GBC wo ho, GTV wo ho. Why do you think say Joy News Multimedia, they are not rather promoting multimedia the decoder no, and they are so crazy on DSTV? It is because it's against the minister. All the people we are seeing, Kofi Tonto, Kofi Bentel, San conform TTV who are going after the minister. It is because in their head, the minister is a small boy. They feel, say, he's too young to occupy that position. So it is more of a personal thing. You see, what you see on TV now and what the things they are saying about the minister, let me tell you for a fact. On Saban Webayano, they started with Sami Jemfi. And these are people who were very vocal when the NDC were in opposition. They did not allow these people who are attacking them today to have a free ride. So you see the Sami Jemfis, they were using facts to counter these Kofi Tontos, Kofi Bento, Kwame Sefokan, Kweku Bakus. They stood still. They used the facts. They were vocal. Sam George was very vocal when it came to issues about communication. Sam George, at a point, when it came to anti-LGBTQ issue, he was very vocal. There are so many people who hated them because they stood up to the government of Ekufuado. Okudjata Blakwa was very, very strong. He was firm when it came to monitoring the president's travels and how the president was using and wasting money. So what you are seeing, you are going to see a lot of it. And most of the people who are attacking these people, they are the old people who feel, say, why didn't I get the position of these kids when I was at their age? When you listen to them, it is not even about the issue, because the honest truth is, who the fuck cares about DSTV? Who the fuck cares about DSTV? What is DSTV to Atajwa or what Asangregwa? What is DSTV to Eno Boatma or T Ayadian for Subabia or Norton and Yadwa? What is DSTV to Livingston Aunyo or what is DSTV to them? It is nothing. But when it comes to data, I just say about the minister was able to negotiate for data. Data is a necessity. DSTV is not a necessity. So if the government of the day, another minister, if he had failed to negotiate with MTN and the telcos to give Ghanaians better deals when it came to data, I would have been disappointed. But the minister was able to negotiate for data to be reduced. So that one as a necessity, because mami bi oti sirim oton eyedien sogum sa mami no o use phone e de friend ba e de send momo e de into that mami ni here data into negotiation efa data hono. I stand say it is a necessity. So with that, you can challenge the minister, and he basically excelled in that. So why should anybody who is reasonable say I've been to school, I am intelligent, and you spend hours on TV across the nation? Why? Because DSTV. How many people watching me tonight have DSTV? 99% of the people who go and buy DSTV decoder, it's all because they want to watch Premiership. That's all. They want to watch La Liga. Most of the channel now with DSTV, 99% of them are all repeated channels. They are repeated shows. The content are repeated. Go to their National Geographic channel. Go to their movie channel. It's the same. They don't show any extraordinary thing. The majority of the people are almost Premiership. No? Choosing DSTV is a decision you make. It is not the government's burden. So Sam George Soriano Pado releases statement or catch a Ghana for say, you know what? My responsibility is to make sure that as a communications minister, data is cheap, and I have done it. As a communication minister, the internet is safe, and I'm doing it. As a communication minister, cybersecurity, we are protected as a nation. As a communications minister, my job does not cover reduction or trying to negotiate for the reduction of DSTV subscription. So I am sorry to DSTV and Ghanaians. I don't want to be part of it. Are you going to install the minister? You have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. That's all. So I don't get it. Then you go to Joy News. And then, Mr. Yeah. Then you go on Joy News. And then you see someone like Kofi Kapito. He's sick. He's going to die. He's sick. He's struggling to survive. They see people like Sami Jemfi. Yetna Ghana ha. Na ye ni bibi a friend gold board na bi nsi da. Na ye testy gold board mpon say ya testy bibi a friend gold board ama na faili da. The job description of gold board they been by Ghana da. The first time I need a gold board, and the first time I did Sami Jemfituano, but you saw the commentary that came. It wasn't because of the gold board, it was because of the person that you didn't see. No. Some people in Ghana felt to say, oh, a small boy. Why? This boy was too loud when MPP and NDC were in opposition. Why should he be given a position? It wasn't about the gold board, which they know that gold board was basically going to protect our natural resource. Gold board was going to try and stop through its measures. Galamsey illegal mining will not be attractive to other people doing illegal mining to get black gold. Gold board was going to put rules and regulations in place whereby gold that were being smuggled out of the country, our borders will be so tight to the point people will be forced to sell the gold to the government. Gold board was in to make sure our gold gets value. But what the conversation wasn't about that. The conversation was Sami Jemfi. That is where we are. Then we moved to Okudjato Ablakwa as the foreign affairs minister, another young person. And then it started. Okudjato Ablakwa, the pain is because Okudjato Ablakwa was checking the Kufuor's government. Under the leadership of Okudjato Ablakwa, who was appointed by John Dramani Mahama, restriction that was placed on so many countries around the world by the United States. Okudjato Ablakwa and his boss John Mahama have been able to sit with the American government, whether a deal or no deal, for such a huge restriction to be lifted. He gets the credit for that. Some people are just pained. Why? Because it is Okudjato Ablakwa. It is that guy who exposed the Kufuor's foolishness. It is that guy Okudjato Awunenino, Awunenia Buana, or me who se Kufuor with Jimmy, nor rented jet, or so per jet, shower room. Why should he be given? Why should he even do that? But the business community, the international community, the people who are into travel, the people who are doing diplomacy, they know the positive impact of trying or having a restriction like that lifted from your country. Go around the African nation. They are asking him, how did you do it? And these are things. So you jump and you come to Sam George. Sam George, we will destroy him. So you see, failures like Kofi Kapito, failures like Kofi Bentel, failures in the MPP. These people, you see them are DSTVD. They are all old people. They could not achieve anything in their life. They look at these young men, and what these people have been able to do to get to this position, it hurts them. It is pain, a hatred. So you see them all jump on the boat. Who the fuck cares about DSTV? In 2016, Kofi Kapito and his chicks, his fools, his dogs were on the street camp demonstrating. What were they demonstrating about? They were demonstrating, one, for good water. Two, they were demonstrating for the dollar to come down. They were demonstrating against corruption. They were demonstrating to get a government in that will steer the affairs of this government, this country. They were demonstrating that people should take control and that things they did not see right are supposed to be fixed. That was why Kofi Bentel, a dog like that, was on the street with Kenoforiata, with Kofi Bentel, and those useless people. Why are they today concerned more? Their concern is about DSTV and not what we are looking at, the interventions the government has put in place. Why do you think their priority now is DSTV and not this government coming to power 9 months, the dollar dropping from 17, almost 18 to 12? Why are they not worried and saying that what magic is this government doing? Our debt has reduced. Today, as I speak to you, inflation in Ghana, single-digit inflation. We are sitting in Ghana discussing DSTV. So you see, Jimmy, it is pain. It hurts them. When I come to Ghana, I don't give a fuck about DSTV. The only time I remember some heard DSTV, maybe at Chelsea, Manchester. That is the only time I recognize DSTV. But DSTV, what does it do for me as a Ghanaian? What does it do for me? It does nothing. So why should we sit and make it look like DSTV's issue is a national issue? The minister, was trying a very decent, humane gesture. Or see, this is my position. Let me try and see if I can help Ghanaians who are paying so much for this TV subscription to go down. That's all. It's not John Mahamadi Ejumama Eye Sam George one for DSTV responsibility and count. So I don't even know why Sam George is trying to go on radio to defend himself on this. If I was Sam George, I'll put a statement out. If you're a DSTV subscriber and you want to pay the old subscription fee, pay. I have done what I can do. Finito. If you feel like you have the money to pay what you used to pay, pay. Among folk of airplane, your economy, your premium plus, your DND, your first class, your business. You choose the beto. Obi to mean to DSTV or tinifie and or share the or her toys. Una also want to and also subscribe to DSTV. Why should Sam George carry that burden? So, to me, I am angry because Sam George is trying to overhelp, wasting energy on people who are stupid and don't even know their priority. These same fools who are on TV speaking and saying, Sam George, DSTV, tomorrow they'll come and tell you, we want to protect local content in Kwasiafo. You are here fighting for DSTV and you want to protect local content. How do you do that? This is my problem with these idiots. Inti, you should not be surprised because my catch on authority. 90% of the people watching me tonight, and because of DSTV, no. Kelvin, Ghana, catch there. And the Chinese for see China Mall around the nation. Every single place you go in Ghana, there's a China Mall. The vice president na no Pokwajiman Okwa Santimemu, a Hona Ghana ye didwa kesiye. Eja sebi onka osi yesi na ye ma no kotim didwa na omo so etumi ensa ko ma no ye ja edwane guo na airpro. Oba tanya or your vice president say those markets needs to be open. As we sit, ubetuma kan a China Mall say what Kumasia say local market. We are sitting here discussing fucking DSTV. Who cares about DSTV? The moment you leave the shores of Africa, DSTV is shit. You have no idea. Nobody knows DSTV when you leave Africa. What is DSTV? What is DSTV? Sam George was trying to help you people. So we cannot make it look like that. These people on TV now are a minority. We don't agree, and that we have summoned the minister and DSTV. The stupidity of it. The stupidity of it. We want DSTV, NCA, and the minister to come to Parliament. They are wasting our resources. Minority Jimmy. Why are you summoning DSTV? Why should a Ghanaian waste their time on DSTV? Then a DSTV contribute to your national budget. DSTV at the end of the Magana. People's choice. So Okona koto DSTV decoder it is so koto condom. Either say obeshe now prevent pregnancy and diseases, and also obeshe no and also benya yare. Two things. Choices. So who got DSTV decoder and now pay subscription? It is a condom. There are two reasons or so many reasons there to condom. The main reasons here two. So obeshe na obano nyinseng on nyinseng and not two odebabo who buy every area. That's the two reasons in theater condom. You can also choose not to buy condom and then go the hard way and face the consequences. So at this point, majority of the people have decided to take the hard way by subscribing to DSTV. Pay the money. So if the minister is trying to help and the DSTV guys are saying we cannot do anything about it. In fact, Mr. Minister, we know we operate in your country. We have a license. We know you are trying to fight for your people to drop the price, but we cannot do anything. The minister says, oh, thank you. I'm sorry. My people, I did my best though. You know me. I'm paid as a normal civil servant. I'm in the office. You voted me into office. In fact, DSTV negotiation is not part of it, but I tried. Mr. Minister, you walk away. That is what I want Sam George to do. Walk away. If any Ghanaian feels They still want to pay 870, whatever. They don't want to downgrade, whatever. Just pay what you were paying. Because before Sam George came to talk about DSTV, you people were paying. So what is the confusion here? Sam George, bed, sleep. Enough of the talking. Please let them go and pay what they were paying. In fact, if Sam George and Coach Nambe release a very decent, straightforward statement, Ghanaians, I apologize for trying to negotiate on your behalf. Ghanaians who are subscribed to DSTV, not all Ghanaians, Ghanaians or DSTV subscribers in Ghana. Myself, the minister, and my ministry, we are very, very sorry for trying to negotiate on your behalf. At this point, we believe that most of you subscribers still want to stick to the old paying system or payment system. And we believe that what we tried to do was to save you a little bit of money. But it's looking like the controversy surrounding this conversation is making it look like we are interfering in DSTV's work. So we as a ministry, we want to focus on the main job, our core mandate. And that is protecting your security, protecting your cyber security, protecting your telecommunication, protecting your data, making sure you pay less for the... Please. So I really appreciate your effort and all the statements coming in. Thank you. Honorable Sam George. See, the next morning you go to cabinet and meet your Mr. President. What are we doing as communication ministry? This is what I have done. What is this buha? What is all this nonsense? There are 99% of Ghanaians who hear DSTV that already on DSTV. Oh, to Ghana to see another winning jibbo one. What DSTV yede? You can stream every movie on YouTube, on your phone. On your phone, as a Ghanaian, you can watch DSTV. You can watch DSTV. You can watch YouTube. Every movie you want to watch, you subscribe and you watch on your phone. You don't need DSTV. Even the league, the Premiership, you can watch the Premiership. I have this app on my phone. This app. What's the name of the app? It's called what? What's the name? It's called Huba. 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 That's where I watch my Premiership. Majority of the time, I'm playing soccer. Now I'm about Premiership. I watch it on the field. I don't even stay home to watch Premiership on my TV. So what is the big deal? That the whole day, you say they know, Joy News. See the time DSTV released a statement. After they released the statement, 3 minutes later, they released another message. You watch Joy News and like, they have put letters or statement and saying, look at the time frame. The first letter statement from DSTV was at 1:25. Now, when you move forward by 1:28, DSTV released another statement. Now, when you look at the word and I say, hey, you people get time. You people get time. Jimmy. Majority of the media in Ghana are waste. Bernard Avle. Now, I say time only Bibiaka because the government is working. There are no faults. They don't have any scandal. They can't do jandam because we are here. Until they are stuck. They are looking into, and the Ghanaians should be angry at NDC government because DSTV anti so more bottom. Sometimes I feel bad for Sam George. You see, Sam, let me tell you, the office you occupy, Ghana for you are not working for DSTV subscribers. The energy you are wasting granting interview because of DSTV, you are basically wasting our resource. You could have put that energy into something else. What you tried to do with DSTV was a gesture. From tomorrow, you can release a statement and say, whatever we have had with DSTV, whatever conversation, it stays here. Whatever statement released, DSTV subscribers, you can take it or leave it. That's all. When you go to DSTV office to go buy your DSTV, whatever, the price is there. Pick which one you can pay and move. And I take Ghana na Jimmy, you wasted time. The minority, they have a lot of time on their hands. I'm telling you. The NPP, as a political party, they have so much time on their hands. They don't have anything to do. Because you gave them 8 years, they wasted the 8 years. So they feel, say, any nonsense. Let me tell you something about multimedia and specifically Joy News. The are sustaining Joy News, was one, Jandam that was covered or packaged like truth, and as no cray. Now their problem is that they believe, say, how they used to carry themselves in the media space as Joy News, or multimedia, that thing that they had, it is gone. It now, they were expecting Senka NDC bar power, The NDC was going to use them to rebrand them. And how do you rebrand them? By, at the end of the day, the government falling for them and paying for them to do the government bidding. Now, you see, this government is doing what is right. So this government does not need to pay any media house to go and tell its story for the government. The government story is being told through the job of the government or the work the government is doing. Now, Joy News and multimedia, right now, their agenda is say they want to use sensationalism, sensational stories to be relevant again, and it's not working. Into there be a documentary about Galamsey. There be a documentary about something. They are trying to get the attention of the Ghanaian who today knows to say Joy News is fake news, multimedia is fake news. And see, they are doing everything possible. That's why the last time I told Abaywe, don't give them any money. All that they are doing, they want you people to come and give them money. Don't give them money. They can spew the nonsense. They can reframe the stories. They can tag the government. We are Ghanaians. We know what we see. We know how we felt in 8 years and how we are feeling today. Nobody in the NDC government should give any money to multimedia or join you. Don't give them. What they are doing, and the government will quail and say, at this point there, we need Joy News. From the way they are giving us pressure, they are not doing anything. Do not give them any money. I know what they are doing. The advancement says, Kojo Yangsons, and tell Kojo Yankson will catch and say, John Mahama is saying, say, they are buying illegal gold. So it is all about they are not fitting in the competition. Media General has set the standard. After Loud Silence Media General has set the standard in Ghana. They are trying everything possible to fit in, and they are not fitting in. So they have dwelled on sensationalism, and they try to always make nothing look like something. This DSTV story, Media House, you will not spend more than an hour on it. Why? The NDC government should not pay a dime to Joy News. They are criminals. They are thieves. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the credibility. They are not fearless. They are not. They are money takers. They are extortionists. That is what Joy News represents. They want to extort from politicians. And the strategy they do, and then they say, they can pick a story. You see, since it's the NDC bar power, suddenly, Joy News have no story, only Galamsey. Ask yourself why. Because they know, say, every sector of the economy, the NDC is performing. Now, that Ejuma Ekufuado Mobeye, the aftermath of Galamsey for 8 years, they know, say, the Galamsey fight, you cannot use 1 year or 2 years to fight. So that is easy for them. And they spend about 70% of their airtime. Let Ghanaians think. Say, right now, what they are doing is they pick camera. Normal Kunkurasi. Say, can we beach the President Mahama? Now that's what Joy News does. They pick cameras and pick mics, and then they'll go into villages and say, Bibiafa, Galamsey, can we beach the President? Or we are piecing together, say a documentary. Hey, Ghana communities are angry. They are asking the president question. It is Jandam. So this is what they are doing. And they are creating the stories, and they are believing in the stories, and they want to force the stories on the people, but the people are wise now. So what stadium what TV3 is doing, you see, and Media General, perfect. Sometimes they fool around, and I say it here. But there's one thing they have been good at. Good, and they said they've been consistent. So who Media General say, you could say sometimes, majority of the time, they are consistent on the matter. It is not because Obina Akofa Bantra. It is because it is something that needs to be discussed. But someone said join news na an agenda that has been cooked by a group of people to make them be in the news. And anything they be who join news. Now look at what they are doing at City, Bernard Avle. Another up and coming corrupt politician, journalist. They pick and choose. And then the other say NLA, see can be cried, be show more City News. Look at Bernard Avle. Himself, Bernard was a right, straightforward thinking guy. No. Today he has become another journalist. He sits there, sensationalism. JSTV. And have you heard about this? And yesterday I was walking somewhere and some farmers are saying, these are things that you are pushing yourself through. The government is delivering, and we need to let the people know what the government is doing to change their lives. And they are there for everyone to see. None of these media houses discussed inflation about single digit. Inflation is at Abedu single digit 9.4. The NDC power in 2025 January. Now inflation and 57. This is supposed to be discussed. The inflation nyoma boarding eduania boarding atiaba from 9.4% in the history of Ghana's politics. Abambia niwa wetumi aya consistent in fighting the inflation than the NDC government. And today what are we doing? We are discussing DSTV. And you call these people, say, they are seasoned journalists. Bernard Avle, Evans Mensah, these clowns. That is why we are here. These same people are the same people who were hailing Akufo-Addo. Bernard Avle, no one count. They were the ones sitting every morning, they wake up at 4. Bernard Mo, almost 4 o'clock. No more reading, no more taking notes. No more better TVs, no more reading actually. Say, wait, yeah. No, they are not smarter than you. They are not smarter than you. We lived in this country where nipa ministers the omo nyomo omo yet kroma ma asla betina TV so. Emma yebusa asla wusi say Airtel Tigo or say they're hanging in there. These idiots from Bernard Avle to Evans Mensah and these cockroaches, they didn't even have a problem with our national asset. Asking a minister what has happened to Airtel Tigo or say they hanging in there. Now kwasia obi to horse today. Somebody saying by Sam George's body language kwasia for DSTV. And the utie minority for sometimes when you hear some of the things they say, give me something. Here BB.
The majority side, that's someone's meetings.
Did you
so if it's
speak directly to the chairman, indicating your interest to have the communications minister appear before the committee? Did you do that?
Come again.
Did you speak to the chairman of the committee, since you admit you do not have the powers to summon Sam George before the committee? Did you make your stance known to the chairman of the committee so that he can trigger that summons for Sam George to appear before the committee?
That's exactly what I said. We actually fixed a date. We're going to meet Sam George. We're going to meet DSTV and all parties involved. But unfortunately, for us, that was when the tragic incident happened. Yes, we did. We visited DSTV.
And what was the outcome of that engagement?
You see, the engagement, that's what I'm telling you, that Sam actually put up a committee. And according to him, the committee was supposed to negotiate between or mediate between the ministry and DSTV. So we didn't want to actually rock any boat. We just thought that fine, since the committee was working, let's allow the committee to come out with whatever they are coming out with. And when they came out, Sam now held a press conference. And at the back of that press conference, we pointed out to Sam that, look, you have failed Ghanaians because you've told all of us that you were not going for anything apart from price cuts. And you were looking at...
Because of DSTV, Sam George has failed Ghanaians. Such a foolish politician. I said, baby. We are not serious as a nation. At your age, they see Sam George. He's very, you see, Sam George He banters a lot. And you can say, sometimes in Ghana, we see such people as, why is he a minister? Why is he bantering? Why is he confrontational? Now, they are not even dealing with the issue. They have a problem with some. But the same people are MPP from Kwasiafowe. Aslowusu ekoton etel tigo. Ni ebusa oton ma hwan. Scan ni nya woso. On church munchre or say it's hanging in there.
This is all we have for you today on PENDREAM TV. Do you really agree with what Kelvin has said against Joy News? Do leave your comments below. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates here on PENDREAM TV. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.